Hey, good morning, everyone. How is everyone doing today? How is everyone doing today? Once again, this is Gregory Wiles coming live to you from Houston, Texas, with his inspirational morning walk. It's the inspirational morning walk. First time listeners, good morning, Tessa. Good morning. First time listeners, will just get some exercise in the morning, walk a couple of miles. Renita, good morning. Walk a couple of miles, get some exercise in, and share my thoughts with you guys. Whatever I'm inspired to talk about that day, I will share with you guys. Hope everyone had a great weekend. I know I did. I know I did. Had a nice quiet weekend. Hey, it's a little cold here, man. It's very cold, Renita. It's cold here. We are about 34 degrees, 33, 34 degrees right now. We had a little bit of flurries yesterday. Hey, nothing compared to New York. But we just had a little bit of sprinkling of snow yesterday. Snow was actually on our forecast, so we're happy about that. I got a little bit of frost on the glass of my car here. Not enough to even show, but I'm still excited about it. We had snow on our forecast yesterday, and we had a little bit of flurries, guys. So New Yorkers, not only you get snow, we get a little bit of snow in Houston. We were excited. Nothing didn't even stick on the ground, but we are still happy that we had a little bit of flurries here. Yeah, so it's cold. It's cold, so I can bundle up here in the vehicle today. I'm not sure how much outside stuff I can get to do today, but I can try and then probably go and finish off my exercise on the bike or something else like that. But yes, it's cold here. It's cold here. And tomorrow again, I think the forecasts have freezing temperatures. This week is going to be cold week for our standards. Nothing cold for New York standards, but cold. No, Renita, it's not enough to close school. Nothing didn't even stick on the ground or anything. Some of the bridges just get a little icy. Tell you the truth, I didn't even look on the news to see if schools are closed, but from what I'm seeing, it shouldn't. It's a little cold, but yeah, the bridges and stuff usually freeze when the weather is like this. But I'm not sure if the schools are closed. I didn't even look on the news. But yes, anyhow, it's a cold day here, but I can still do what I need to do. God make the weather, and he still want me to do what he need to do, because so I'm gonna do that. So today, what I want to talk about, guys, I want to talk about ignorance is no excuse for the law, right? Ignorance is no excuse for the law, and I want to show you an example here where ignorance is no excuse for the law. So a lot of people who hear in some of these teachings say, I don't believe in those things. If you don't believe in those things, it just can't happen to you because it's enough that you don't believe in them, and I want to show people you don't have to believe in these laws, but they can run the course in your life. And it's Cheryl Sam. Good morning. How are you doing today? How are you doing today, Cheryl? So you don't have to believe in these laws, but they can run the course in your life regardless, right? The example I like to use, you don't have to believe in the law of gravity, but you jump off a building and say, I don't believe in gravity, that's foolishness. And yeah, you jump off the building and see what's going to happen to you, right? Or some high place. And you're going to see what's going to happen to you. So I want to prove to people, because a lot of times I grow up when people saying, oh, you don't got to believe in this stuff. I got God. I don't believe in this stuff. And once they got the God, all is well and good. And that's I don't believe in it. And it's not going to do you nothing. And I know a lot of people suffering because they take these laws for granted. So let's go into this story here and show you where ignorance is no excuse for the law. And even if you don't know something, the law can still run its course on you. Even if you do it through ignorance, meaning ignorance in this case, meaning you just don't know. You didn't know. And you do it because you thought it was the right thing to do. And it still doesn't exempt you from the law. The law is still going to run its course in your life, right? So let's look at Genesis 20. In Genesis 20, right, we can go from about 1 through about 17 or so. It's going to bring the story out a little bit, right? This is Abraham and Abimelech. Right? So let's start reading here. So now Abraham moved on from there into the region of Negev and lived between Kadesh and Shur. For a while he stayed in Gerar, and there Abraham said to his wife Sarah, she said, and there Abraham said of his wife Sarah, she is my sister. Then Abimelech, king of Gerar, sent for Sarah and took her. So let me see. So Abraham tell these people when he moved to Gerar, the king there, and all the people, that his wife is his sister, right? He got a reasoning for that, which he can explain later. He tell them his wife is his sister, right? He said, this is my sister. He didn't tell him it's a wife, right? So the king, so let's go on and see now. So, but God came to Abimelech in a dream one night and said to him, you are as good as dead because of the woman you have taken. She's a married woman. So because he lied to this king, his wife was beautiful, right? They're going to give it away. His wife was beautiful, and he afraid the people kill him because of his wife. If he says his wife, he afraid that they can kill him and take his wife. So he tell her to lie and said, hey, you are my sister. Don't tell them you're my wife. Tell them you're my sister so they can spare my life. How selfish, right? So the king said, wow, there's a beautiful woman. I'm going to take her as one of my wives, right? So the king took her as one of his wives. But you see what happened? God come to him in a dream and said, hey, bro, you're as good as dead for the woman you have taken. She is a married woman. God talked to him. And I want to point this out to you. This king, Gerar is a part of the Philistines, and they had their own other gods where they worship. They didn't believe in the God of Isaac and Abraham. They didn't believe in him. But he's a pagan king. But God still come and warn him. God still give him a warning. I'm going to get into the scripture to explain that. But here, let's go on to 4 and said what Abimelech said. So now Abimelech had not gone near her. So he said, Lord, will you destroy an innocent nation? Did he not say she's my sister? And didn't she also say he's my brother? I have done this with a clear conscience and a clean hand. So Abimelech telling God, look, I didn't know. I didn't know this one was married. This man lied to me. Both of them lied to me. He said is my sister. She said he's my brother. So I did this with a clear conscience, God. I did not know. But I want to show you, not because he did this with a clear conscience, the law is still not going to take its course. This is what God trying to tell him. The law is the law. This woman is married. You only touch her. You took her as your wife. You better give her back, because the law is going to run its course. I don't care if you didn't know it or not. I can't stop the law for you alone. And that's why this thing is that my people is being destroyed for the lack of knowledge. Now, in this case here, this is a knowledge he did not have. He did not have the knowledge of knowing that this woman is married. He was lied to. But God come and give him the knowledge in the dream. And it's the knowledge is what's going to set him free. This is what I'm trying to tell people. Knowledge is what's going to give you deliverance. This word says true knowledge, the just shall be delivered. And it's the lack of knowledge we're being destroyed from. So he didn't have the knowledge that this woman was married and he was about to be destroyed. God tell him you was good as dead. But he get the knowledge. Now it's up to him to accept this knowledge or not. In our case, what we're trying to explain to people, he could say, God, I don't believe in you. You're not my God. I got my own gods that I believe in. So I don't believe, I care one thing what you're saying. I still going ahead. This man tell me this is his sister, and that's why going with. I doing this off a clear conscience. If he want to lie, it's up to him, but I don't believe in your law. He had the opportunity to say that, So that's what we say. And God said, and you can reject the knowledge. And if you reject the knowledge, I'll also reject you, Mr. Keith Tellman. So let's go on and see how this story played out. Then God said to him in a dream, yes, I know you did this with a clear conscience. God said, yeah, I know you did it with a clear conscience, bro. I know you did it with a clear conscience. And so I have kept you from sinning against me. This is why I did not let you touch her. So God said, I know you did this so you didn't know, and Abraham lied to you. And that's why I kept you busy. That's why I kept you so busy you did not get to touch her. You did not get to sleep with her. Because man got his new wife that they want to go and, the ones the Bible say go and lay with her. So God probably kept him so busy and so occupied he did not get a chance to go and sleep with her. That's God said, I know this man lied to you. I know you did it with a clear conscience. So I'm going to still try to save you. And I can tell you what's going on. It's up to you now to take this information and act upon it. So God said, I know you didn't. I know. So that's why I kept you from not touching her. So now return the man's wife, for he's a prophet, and he will pray for you, and you will live. But if you do not return her, you may be sure that you and all your who belongs to you will die. So he's saying, if you don't return this man's wife, all who belong to you will die. You mean your whole family and everybody will die, right? So God give him the knowledge, right? And it's up to him to take the knowledge and act upon it or not, right? And he can say, I don't believe in this stuff. God, I don't believe in you. I got my own gods that can warn me. And if they don't come and tell me anything, I'm not going to act on it because you're not my God. He could have done that, right? So early the next morning, Abimelech summoned all his officials, and when he told them all that had happened, they were very much afraid. Then Abimelech called Abraham in and said, what have you done to us? How have I wronged you that you have brought such a great guilt upon me and my kingdom? You have done things to me that should never be done. And Abimelech asked Abraham, what was your reason for doing this, Mr. Abraham? Why you come and lie to me and bring all this stuff on my kingdom? Then Abraham replied, I said to myself, there is surely no fear of God in this place, and they will kill me because of my wife. Besides, she's really my sister, the daughter of my father, though not of my mother, and she became my wife. And when God had me wander from my father's house, I said to her, this is how you can show your love to me. Everywhere we go, say of me, he is my brother. Which was a half-truth, right? Because she was his half-sister. That's a whole nother story there we can get into today. So we tell the half-truth was his sister, half-sister, and also was his wife, right? So he said he tell her because she's beautiful, and he know these people don't worship God in this place, and surely they're gonna kill him. He didn't trust his God to protect him. That's another story again we can get to, right? Then Abimelech brought sheep and cattle and male and female slaves and gave them to Abraham. And he returned Sarah his wife to him. And Abimelech said, my land is before you, live wherever you like. To Sarah he said, I'm giving your brother 1,000 shekels of silver. This is to cover the offense against you before all who are with you. You are completely vindicated. So now he making amends for this stuff. And although he was not wrong, he did this with a clear conscience. He did not know. Maybe if the man didn't know up front, he wouldn't have touched the man's wife, right? But he got to make all these amends now. Then Abraham prayed to God, and God healed Abimelech, his wife, his female slave, so they could have children again. For the Lord had kept all the women in Abimelech's households from conceiving because of Abraham's wife Sarah. So you see, this law, the punishment obviously here was barrenness, right? The punishment obviously for this sin was barrenness. So you keep all of them from having children. Not until you return the man's wife. You get the knowledge. You return the man's wife. Abraham prayed for him. The man who lied to him had to pray for him to take the curse off of them, right, guys? So I'm trying to get this point of people to understand. This whole universe operates on laws, and it doesn't matter. And God laws, right? God laws. See, he has prayed to his other gods, but the laws of his other gods does not supersede the law of the God of Abraham, Isaac. It does not supersede. Those laws are what run the universe. Like I'm saying, he wasn't worshiping God. He had his own gods, but no other law supersedes God's law. Because his family was still barren. This curse has still come upon his household until he returned the man's wife, right? Until he undo that wrong, which he didn't even know. Mr. Oswin Smith, how are you doing today, man? He didn't even know it was a lie, but the law does not respect a lie. The law says, I don't care if you know or not, I got to run my course in your life. And God does this for everyone. You know you're going to do something wrong, right? And stuff keep happening wrong. You might feel, you know this stuff is wrong that you're going to do. Somebody might send you a scripture. You see something on social media, somebody send you something, a potential, and you say, man, oh my goodness, you're feeling guilty, but you still want to proceed and do this, even though you're getting all these warnings. Right now, somebody probably might be tempted to go and do something and so happen to tune in here and listen to this, right? Or they might, throughout the day, when I forward in this message, I might click on it and say, I know, let me just click on this. This is God talking to you and giving you a warning. Because here, he does this for everyone. It doesn't care if you is a believer in him or not. He make all of us, and he want to give all of us a chance. Just like this king. This was a pagan king. This king never worship him, but he still look out for him. It's up to you to listen though, right? Because here with Job 33:14 through 17 said, for God speaks again and again, right? Though people do not recognize it. You may not recognize it, but he gonna speak into us when we going to do wrong to stop us, right? He speaks in dreams, in vision of night, when deep sleep fall upon people as they lie in their bed. So he can try to come to you when you're awake. Like I said, somebody forward something to you, you see some sign, you read some book, some message you barely happen to click on, and this stuff feel like it's speaking to you. You're going to do this wrong, but it's just telling you, hey, don't do it, don't do it, don't do it. You may listen, or sometimes you may push past that and all that. I don't believe in that. That's foolishness, and you still go ahead and do your wrong, right? So God tried to get you when you're awake. And if he don't get you, that's what he said. He speaks in dreams and vision of the night when deep sleep fall upon people as they lie in their beds, right? He whisper in their ear. So now when you're sleeping, and your body, this physical body at rest, your spirit now, he's trying to speak directly to your spirit. Okay, you know we are spirit in a dirt body. He's speaking direct to your spirit, because your spirit don't sleep. So he said, okay, you're busy during the day, you're ignoring all my signs, I can come and speak directly to your spirit now. As they lay in their bed, he whispered in their ears and terrified them with warnings, right? Just like this guy here, he terrified them with a warning. He makes them turn from wrongdoing. So your wrongdoings, he can come and try to get you. Whether it's physically or in a sleep, in your dream, he can try talking to you. But a lot of time we get some dreams and we like, oh, I had a crazy dream last night. And that's something we can get into about taking our dreams serious and another thing, right? So he probably warned you in a dream. He probably warned you, give you all these signs and signals. But if you're not looking for them, and that's why you say you got to ask to open your spiritual eyes and your spiritual ears. Because if you're not looking, you're not going to find it, right? He keeps them from turning from wrongdoing. He keeps them from pride, right, guys? So I just want to show an example here. Even though if you don't know the law and you're doing something like this man said, I'm doing this with a clear conscience. I did not know. You didn't have the information. That's what he said, the lack of knowledge. We can be destroyed and be in captivity for the lack of knowledge. But it's through knowledge you can get your deliverance, right, guys? So if you're going about and you knowing you can do something, you breaking one of God's laws, you know, I'm telling you, we just need to do the right thing. Do the right thing. And that's how you can get your blessings. That's how you can get your breakthroughs. Because he said, if you follow the laws, he got your back. He going to protect you. He can give you healing. He can give you all the wealth you're seeking. He can give you all of that. And ignorance is no excuse for the law. And saying, I don't believe in these things is not going to protect you from the laws. Like in this case, this guy did this stuff. He pleaded to God. I did this with a clear conscience. God said, I know. That's why I have you not to touch her. Keep you so busy that you didn't even get a chance to touch her and sin against me. And I don't care what God you following. His laws don't supersede my laws. My laws is what run things, right, guys? So have a great, great Monday, guys, and we can go on and talk about some more stuff on Wednesday. Have a great, great day, and I'll talk to you guys on Wednesday. All right, goodbye.